And we're going to begin with a little bit of centering here today, finding a little bit of peace in your practice. So inhaling nice and long, exhaling, drawing out that breath. Letting the crown of the head reach up while the tailbone reaches down. Letting everything else melt away. None of it is relevant. We don't need any of it. Just let it all kind of drift away. And work on becoming present. A mantra that I like a lot is present, not perfect. So just being here is enough. That works for family, friends, for yourself. Just to be there. You don't have to be perfect. Let's go ahead and allow your eyes to open if they're closed, or you can keep them closed, I guess. You can interlace your fingers in front of you, turn the palms away, and let's find a nice big stretch here. So pushing away with the hands, tucking the chin, and rounding through the back. Sitting way back onto the tailbone and enjoying that nice big stretch. When you come to your next inhale, lift the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Again, you can bend your elbows anytime you need to here. So if reaching all the way up is too much, just bend your elbows. If you're looking up or straightening the arms, you can look up and then exhale and round. Nice, so inhale all the way up and then exhale to round. And then all the way up. On this one, we're going to release the hands at the top, sweep them around, but keep your heart lifted. Interlace the fingers behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. So for most of us, the knuckles will just hit the floor, maybe a little bend in the elbows, and drop your head back. So lifting the heart, dropping the head back. And just be here in the shape. So this is a very vulnerable position. We don't like to take it a lot, but just practice with it. And then go ahead and exhale, release the hands, tuck the chin. Hands can come anywhere that feels good. Find length up the back of the neck. Let's turn this into any kind of neck roll that feels good to you. So maybe just bringing right ear to right shoulder, and then looping over to left ear, left shoulder. Or if you want to take a little bit bigger movement, you can take a big circle around. Whatever feels good. We'll just take a few breaths here to work into the neck and shoulders. Enjoying that nice big stretch. All right, let's come back through neutral with the neck. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. So reaching all the way up, thumb points behind you, and then bend the elbow. So most of us are going to take the opposite hand and just grab onto that elbow and pull it towards your head and a little bit back. So kind of like the back of your head here. If you are already stretchy today, if you've already done something, you might even reach around behind you and take cow face pose here, or half a cow face pose, and grab onto the fingers underneath. But most of us aren't quite there yet, so we're going to hang out right here. Good. Go ahead and release that arm down, and then just draw it across the front of you. Same arm, just reach across. And then let's go to the other side. So the right arm, or whichever one is the opposite for you, reaches up. Bend the elbow. If you have it in your practice, you might grab on. This one for me is always more accessible. Otherwise, just grab your elbow. Nice. So you want to keep from tilting your head over towards the side, okay? And then bring your hand across and find that nice big stretch then on the outside. Very good. All right, let's take a nice side lean here. So walk your right hand down to the mat and then stretch the hand as far out as you can get. Come onto your spider fingers and reach the left arm up and then towards the top of your mat. So maybe the elbow comes all the way down to the mat, maybe not. And then reach, reach, reach. Inhale all the way up and over the other side, getting these obliques stretched. Reach, reach, reach. Good, and don't be alarmed if one side goes down and the other does not. And then come all the way back through center. Let's find our way to our tabletop shape. So hands and knees. We'll take a few rounds of cat and cow just to warm up the spine. So if you know that you like a little dynamic side to side or a typical tailbone down, top of the head down, and then lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the heart. Taking a few rounds, maybe wagging your tail. Nice, whatever feels intuitive here. 3 or 4 breaths, and then finding our way to neutral. So we're going to sit back. We're going to take a nice deep stretch here. So big toes touch, knees come out a little bit wider than the hips, and sitting back, hips to heels, reaching your arms as far forward as you can. Bring the finger or come up onto the fingertips, and then let your forehead come to the mat. So once your forehead gets there, the skin on the face is going to fall forward. We're going to take a few rounds of breath. Nice, and then go ahead and walk your hands. Keep your forehead on the mat. I'm just looking in so you can hear me. And then walk your hands over towards the left, taking again that side lean over towards the left. And then walking over towards the right, take that lean over towards the right. Back through center, reach the arms nice and far forward, grip down into the mat with all 10 fingertips, and then slide forward so that you can curl the toes under and start to push up and back into your modified downward facing dog. So modified because the knees are bent, heels are off the mat, and we're just going to pedal this out. So pushing the right heel down, bending the left knee, and then pushing the left heel down, bending the right knee. Right, left, and then looking up towards the hands and taking about 5 or 6 little teeny tiny mini steps all the way up towards the top of the mat. Grab those opposite elbows and frame out the head as you melt down over the legs. So we'll take a nice big open mouth sigh here. So inhale nice and long through the nose, and then open your mouth and sigh it out as you melt over the legs. Let's go ahead and inhale and start to reach all the way out and up. Push down through your heels as you come up, lifting up as slow or as, I guess, fast as you like. Hands come together overhead, and then draw them down to heart center. So I love to start standing every once in a while and finding our intention here. So heel toe your feet so they're underneath your hips. Pull your belly button in and up and drop your tailbone down. Shoulders are going to relax. Thumb comes to the sternum here. Close your eyes and let's practice being present. Lift all 10 toes, spread them wide, and then place them down on the mat and kind of squish them or squeegee the toes back towards the heels so that you kind of get a little grip there. And we'll just do that a couple times. Lift, spread, squeegee the toes. If it throws you off balance, you can open your eyes and look down. Otherwise, try to keep your eyes closed and just tune into the physical sensation. Good, then find stillness and just let your toes come down to the mat, keeping the eyes closed. Let's set our intention for today. So our intention might be that theme that I started with, being present, not perfect. Imperfect action is sometimes the better action, right? Just being there. Not everything has to be exactly right all the time. Taking a nice big breath. What does it look like to be present to you? How does that show up in your day? And then go ahead and allow the eyes to blink open. Hands come to your hips so that you have the balance. And let's work through the feet. We haven't done that in a few classes. So we're going to come way up onto the toes. And if you find that your balance doesn't really like this, you can actually turn your toes out and click your heels together. That'll give you a little bit more. So either parallel feet or in little Dorothy heel clicks, up and down, rocking forward and back. Good. Last one here, bring the feet all the way down and then peel the arch side or the big toe side of your feet open and come onto the blades of the feet. So this is practicing for those times when, you step wrong. This is building strength in the ankles. And then let's turn and go the other way. So you're rolling the arch down and peeling the pinky toe side, or the blade, we call it. So rolling back and forth, pronation and supination of the foot. Nice, side to side. I was down hiking the gorge and I hit a rock wrong and the rock rolled and I rolled and everything went, and I did not go down because I do my foot exercises and I keep my ankles supple. All right, let's go ahead and bring those feet down. And I want you to fold down, bring the hands down by your feet, bend over the knees, or bend over the legs and bend the knees nice and deep. So from here, we're going to reach up, take a back bend, inhale, lift, and open. Find those cactus arms. And then exhale down, fold over the legs. Inhale up, we'll take about 3 of them. Open, and then exhale down. And there's just enough of a delay so that when I look at myself on camera, I'm a little confused. And then let's bend over. Bring the hands down to the mat. Let's step back with the right foot. Let's find a warrior one. So plant that back foot down, bend the left knee, and you're open up into railroad tracks. Reach the arms all the way up. And let's find those cactus arms one more time. Open up the heart here. So there's a lot happening in this pose. We're going to take about 3 breaths here. So root into the right blade of the foot, pinky toe side. Bend the left knee as much as possible, and then try to bring your tailbone underneath you a little bit. Open the elbows out and lift the heart. Good. Now, in this last breath, we're going to exhale, open mouth side, bring the hands down on either side of the front foot, and then step forward. Let's stretch out the hamstrings, melt over the legs. Inhale, root to rise, sweep all the way up. Inhale, lift, back bend at the top, press palms together. And then exhale, fold down, plant the hands, step that left foot back, find your way, warrior one, reach up, open up, cactus arms. Again, about 3 breaths here. Peeling the elbows back, looking up towards where the wall meets your ceiling, and sink down low. Push into the blade of that foot, open the heart, look up. Perfect. Let's bring both hands down, step forward, open mouth sigh, let everything out. This time bring the arms around behind you, interlace the fingers and let them fall overhead. Crown of the head reaches to the floor. So we're stretching. This isn't just a break. We're actually stretching through and opening up the hamstrings here. Bending the knees if you need to, lifting with your sit bones. So those 2 little bony bones that you sit on, those are what should be the highest point. Good. And then bringing both hands down either side of the front foot, or both front feet, and step back into the top of your plank. I promise we're not going to do vinyasas today. We're just going to find this plank and then lift up and back into our downward facing dog. So maybe a little wider in this stance than you were before, maybe a little bit deeper in this pose. Tailbone up, head is down, shoulders squeeze and open behind you. So squeeze and open, that was opposites, right? A little unclear. So squeeze the blades of the shoulder blades together, but then peel the arms back so that you're pushing the center of your armpits towards the back wall. Very good. One more breath here. And then let's go ahead and look up at the hands and take those teeny tiny steps. If you have an advanced practice, you can hop. and land at the front, or you can take those teeny tiny steps and melt over the legs. From here, we're going to lift the toes, slide the hands underneath, all the way so that the toes come to the wrists, bend the knees if you need to, and then pull the elbows out to the sides. So be careful not to overextend in this pose. You don't really want to push too hard, just as much as you need to find the stretch. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and put those fingertips back on the mat. Find that half lift. Zip up the belly. Flat back here. My glass of water could hang out on your back. Step back with your right foot into that warrior one. Reach the arms all the way up. And then on the exhale, after you reach up on the inhale, exhale, you're going to open the arms and sink a little deeper into this pose. Perfect. Inhale, reach up, keep the bottom leg, the legs as hard as exactly where they are. Talking is not my thing today. And then exhale, hinge, and reach for the far wall. So now the back leg is just pushing you forward, and you're really rooting down through that front heel. Good, keep reaching, keep pulling, and then hands come down, step forward into that forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Press palms to the top, and then drape down over the legs. Hands come to the mat, forward fold. Two sides. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, melt down, step the left foot back, plant it down, warrior one. If this is too much for your hips today, heel can come up and you can come to your crescent warrior. Otherwise, inhale up and open. Nice. So when you inhale, you lift up, you find length, you square off your hips, and then you exhale, you sink down to your version of the pose. Perfect. And then inhale, reach up, and then exhale, fold, hinge, reach for the far wall. You should feel like you're leaning so far forward that back foot is just going to eventually float off the mat, which it will eventually float off the mat. Beautiful. Exhale all the way down, step forward. Let's take that forward fold. Whee. Beautiful. Maybe grab opposite elbows or wrap the arms around behind your back. Anything that feels good to stretch it out, or just find a little bit of presence here. Going to move a little quicker and add on a little bit more. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Press palms together. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, take that half lift. Exhale, melt down as you step back, right foot, warrior one. Inhale all the way up. Remember, push up to find this shape. Get everything in line, and then exhale into your cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Look for the front of the room. We're not there just yet. We're going to straighten the leg on that front leg. Continue to reach forward and then maybe hinge down. So you might just bring the hands down. That could be enough of a hinge and a stretch. Or if it's in your practice to come to full pyramid, fingers are coming to either side of the toes. That's like level 2. If you're a little bit more advanced, you're going to interlace the fingers and point that pointer finger out and reach past that big toe. Nice. Next, inhale, release the hands if you have the bind. Take a bend in that left leg, and let's start to float the back foot off the mat. So keep a bend in the left knee, float the right foot until it's even with the hip-ish, and then press into the left leg and find your way, warrior 3. All different manner of warrior 3 here. Hands underneath the heart, hands out an airplane, or behind you. Or if you're really feeling strong today, arms are going to reach overhead and then fold down. Bring those fingertips to the mat, step the right foot to meet the left, fold over the legs. Go ahead and shake it out, bend one knee and then the other. Ooh-wee. And then let's root to rise, sweep all the way up. Inhale, lift, reach up, 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 up. Press palms together. Exhale, fold. We're finding our way back to that warrior one, second side. Left foot comes back. Inhale, reach up when you get there. Straighten that front leg, and then exhale, open the hands. Crescent or cactus arms. Nice. Inhale, reach. Front knee stays bent. Exhale, reach for the front of the room. Nice. Once we get here, straighten that right leg, whatever bind you had with the hands before. Fingers come down, flat back. So notice if that right hip wants to kick out, and then just drop back underneath you. Melt over that front leg. Beautiful. Go ahead and find that half lift here. Bend into that front knee. Peel the back heel off the mat and use your hands to help you. Align hips, draw the left foot off the mat, bend that right knee, and then once you get there, float. Nice. Anything you did with the arms before, just make sure you have that flat back. You're pushing that heel out. Maybe take a different arm, bind. Beautiful. Inhale, reach all the way up. Bring the left hand down, reach up, take that little back bend. And then let's come all the way down into tiny balls. So melt down over the feet, hands come to the mat, heels come up, little teeny tiny ball at the top of your mat. You can balance here if that's in your practice. The trick is you want to tuck the chin in towards, I can't do it because you can't hear me, but you're going to tuck the chin in towards the collarbone and really make yourself that little ball. And then depending on how free you feel today, you can either roll right back and take a couple rock and rolls, or if you need your hands to help you, either way, keep the chin tucked as you roll back and take a few of these little rock and rolls. Nice, enjoy that. Nice, easy spine massage. About one more of those because they feel really nice. And then let's go ahead and find our way into a Baddha Konasana, or a bound angle. So the soles of the feet come together, the knees open up wide. Just got hit in the face with the spider. And then let the knees open up nice and wide. So your hands are going to come anywhere that feels good. I like to place just a little bit of pressure on my inner thighs here so that I can open up a little bit deeper. Shoulders roll back. Melt down over the mat. So let go of that whole first half of that sequence. None of that matters anymore. Let yourself become present where you're at. Maybe reap the benefits of doing that movement, reap the rewards of pushing yourself a little bit harder, and then finding some space. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath here. How heavy can you become? Can you relax your shoulders? Using your hands, pull the knees towards each other, bring the soles of the feet to the mat, and then you can either cross over your ankles or just roll over to the side. We're going to head towards a downward facing dog. So however you want to get there, you can throw a little vinyasa in there if you want a little extra. Feet come to the mat, heels might reach the mat, might not. All right, right leg is going to reach up, open the hip, bend the knee, flex the foot. So we're really working into the hips here. And then draw that knee all the way up into the thigh or into the body, and then step forward. Plant the left foot down, right hand comes inside the left foot, reach all the way up. Nice, extended side angle. So if your extended side angle isn't this low and you'd prefer to put your elbow on your knee, please go ahead and do that. That works really well. Relax your shoulders. Good. Inhale, open up into that warrior two. So we've been in a very familiar place like this before. Heel to arch alignment, push into the blade, root down through that front foot, and sink into this shape. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Relax your shoulders. So if you notice that you're getting a little duck butt there, I want you to pull your belly underneath you. Reach your tailbone down and back. Nice, and then let's go ahead and flip the palm, reverse this warrior. Right arm reaches up or maybe even overhead. And then left hand, the bottom hand, is coming all the way forward to the inside of that right foot. Right arm reaches up. Nice twist here. Getting a little twisting, a little everything going here. Both hands come down. We're going to step back into that downward facing dog. Nod your head, shake your head. Getting all the areas that get kind of crunched up. Left leg reaches up, open the hip, bend the knee, flex the foot. And then from here, draw forward, step between the hands, find that warrior two, second side. So just building into the flow to begin with. Relax your shoulders, tailbone down, press that left knee back behind you. Sink a little lower maybe. So we don't want to look out the back hand, right? That represents the past. We've already been there, that's done. We look out the front to see where we're going, reaching towards the future, but we stay firmly planted in the present, right in the middle. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Enjoy that stretch. And then windmill, backhand inside the front foot, peel the back heel up into that lazy twist. Right hand is down, left hand is up. Perfect. Both hands come down. Find your way back to that downward facing dog one more time. Push the heels towards the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe a little micro bend in the knees. All right. Right leg reaches up and open. And then step between the hands. Find your way right into that extended side angle, right elbow down, reach left arm up. Good, reverse all the way up and back, and right into your warrior two. Relax your hands. Same thing we did on the front leg, we're going to straighten that leg. Now we're finding our way into our triangle shape, right? So hand reaches down the leg, left arm reaches up. This should feel nice and twisty here. Opening up into that back, reaching long. Left arm comes down, and if it's in your practice, keep that back heel pinned and maybe reach the right arm out, maybe reach that right arm up. Very good. Both hands come down, and we're going to walk the hands all the way across the long edge of your mat. Turn your toes in, heels out a little bit. And if you're happy right here, hands are underneath your shoulders. Otherwise, you might come down to your forearms or a block or the coffee table or the dog, whatever works. Good, just let the blood wash through the brain. Let's walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's continue our travels. Turn the left toes towards the back of the mat. Maybe heel toe your right toes a little bit closer. Find your way. Extended side angle. Left elbow comes to left knee. Right arm opens up. So if I was a little closer to this wall, I'd be glued right to it. Nice. Inhale, warrior two. Ooh-wee. Reverse the warrior on the inhale. Exhale, let's go ahead and find that triangle. Straighten that left leg, reach that right arm up towards the sky. If you know an advanced pose, like maybe you like to reach that arm overhead, you can certainly take that. Top hand comes down inside the left foot. Left arm, and you can always heel toe this back foot a little closer. Left arm might reach up or it might reach open. Nice. Both hands come down. I know we're facing the back of the mat, so if you can't see me, just listen. So we're working a little bit with our balance here on this next one. I want you to root down through the left foot. So just really drill that foot. And then I want you to see yourself in your best version of tree pose, okay? So rock forward and lift up right into your tree. If you have to stop along the way or you need to drag your foot up, go ahead and do that. But that's a very functional move, getting from down on the ground into a tree pose. So we're gonna practice that. Nice. Go ahead and hang out here in this tree. You can close your eyes if you like. Relax your shoulders. Good. Go ahead and release this right foot. We're stepping back right into your warrior two. Release the foot, step back, windmill open. See, that's not so bad. Good. Right hand comes inside the left foot, reach the arm all the way up. Perfect. And then right back, see that tree, step right up into that tree pose. Whew. Because what would happen if you had to balance on one foot unexpectedly? Ooh, nice. All right, we're gonna step back one more time into that warrior two. Right foot comes back all the way looking over the left hand. Perfect. Straighten both legs, turn toes out, heels in, and then melt down in between. You can dangle here, so if that feels good, you can bring your hands over the head and just kind of dangle. If you prefer the hands down for a little support, you can take that. Good. Inhale, half lift, right toes face out. Let's find our way, warrior two. So windmill the hands all the way up and open. Nice. So again, we're gonna see where we're going. That back foot comes forward, root down through that front foot and find your way into that tree pose on that right leg. So your left foot comes inside the right leg. Inhale, see it happen. Exhale, one movement, as graceful or not, because nobody else can see you anyway, into, I mean, it's not like you're being filmed, into that tree pose. Ooh-wee. Nice. If you need to adjust your foot once you get there, absolutely. If you need to take 3 steps to get there, absolutely. Do whatever you need to do to get there. But eventually, I want you to work from a wide stance into a balanced stance. Nice. All right, we're gonna release this left foot and go right into your warrior two. Release the foot, open the arms, step back. Perfect. Let's take that twist. Back hand comes down, peel that back heel up, reach up. So a little bit different perspective, same pose, without even thinking about it. It's just like when your kids are yelling, "Mom," and you have to like just get up and do it. It's like, oh, okay, I'm coming. So it's just like that one breath all the way up into your tree. Because what if you had to balance on one leg? Could you do it? Nice, beautiful. Go ahead and release. And let's fold over the legs, melting down, all the way down into your little ball. Peel the heels, come up onto the toes. Second chance to get that free massage today. Wrap the arms around the shins and either roll back or use your hands all the way back, rock and roll. And then let's go ahead and bring the hands down, knees point toward, or the feet down, knees point towards the ceiling, arms come down by your side. Close your eyes in this bridge pose. Take a moment. If you have a prop and would like to use that prop as we come into our bridge pose, if you'd like to use your block underneath your hips, you can. Otherwise, just go ahead and lift the hips up off the mat, squeeze the thighs together. That's going to light up your outer legs, and draw your hands underneath you. A little inversion here today. Push the hips up, push the hands down, tuck the chin in. You can hang out here as long as you like. I'm going to come all the way down. Nice. And then once you get here, just let your knees slide over towards the left. Hands can be on your belly. They can be out with palms up. And then let's take that twist over to the other side, coming through center, centering your legs, and then dropping them over towards the right. Taking any adjustments you need to, sliding the shoulders together behind you. Maybe bringing that foot on top of the knee to add a little bit of extra pressure. Let's come back through center. Hands can come down by your side, or you can keep them out in your T, or find your cactus arms, and then slide your feet long down the mat. You really earned this Shavasana today, stretching nice and long. Although you should feel pretty rejuvenated now. Let your eyes close. Get any last minute fidgets out of the way, and then settle down into your shape, becoming very heavy on your mat. Becoming present in this moment, not worrying about the last or the next. You're just right here, right now. Resist the urge to drift from this shape. Remain fully present with your breath. Beginning to add gradual movement, anything that feels intuitive, any shape that feels good to you, maybe Starting to pull your knees in, or maybe rolling over towards your side as you wiggle your toes and fingers. Rolling through the neck and shoulders might feel really good. Let's take a moment here in this space in between. So if you haven't already found your way to your right side, go ahead and turn, cradling the head on the arms, drawing the knees up towards the heart. There is nothing to do in this shape. There is no place else to be. It's that space of in between. This shape doesn't even have a name in yoga. And then go ahead and use your hands. Continue your travels coming back up to your seat. And then let's do a little body scan right from here. So starting at your base, your legs, your toes even, whatever is on the mat. Feel grounded, feel secure, feel supported. And then building up from the bottom, your hips are holding you there. Your core is holding you upright, supporting you. Feeling the belly rise and fall with the breath, the ribs expand and contract. Relaxing any tension you might have in the shoulders that's still hanging on a little bit. And lift the crown of the head nice and high. Notice how you feel now at the end of your yoga practice. After all that hard work, in this moment, how do you feel? Bringing hands to heart center if you choose, maybe bowing your head if you like. Remember that present is way better than perfect any day. Thank you so much for being present here on the mat with me today. Have a fabulous rest of your week. I will be here tomorrow morning. Namaste.